Let us probe the silent places. Let us seek what luck betide us. Let us journey to a lonely land I know. There's a whisper on the night wind. There's a star gleam to guide us. And the wind is calling, calling. Let us go. You stand atop tall spruce trees, the hush of the forest settling around you. Cold air brushes against your skin. There's no explanation, no welcome, only the quiet understanding that this world exists on its own terms. And now, you are here. As the sky opens above you, you sense a presence nearby, and a wolf stands at the edge of the clearing. Not approaching, not threatening, just watching. Two wanderers sharing the same stillness. And for a heartbeat, neither of you move. Then, without sound or ceremony, the wolf turns and disappears into the trees, and you continue on your way. You walk along an icy ribbon of river, seeing the snow thin as you walk along. Frozen water cracks lightly under your steps. You follow its path until you come to snow, and you see the land begin to rise. And in the distance, a village. Doubt tightens around your ribs for a moment. You push it away with purpose and with movement. Why didn't you begin there? Why start alone? Why here? You craft your first table. You shape your first tools. The wooden pickaxe rests awkwardly in your hand. Light, temporary, but enough. You wander further along the river. Brown mushrooms cling to shattered logs. Sugarcane bends along the water's edge. And then a realization sparks. Paper. A future of written thoughts waiting to be recorded. The cold calls you. You step onto the ice, moving towards the frigid water. And eventually, you leap in. The shock steals your breath. The cold washes away the questions that once occupied your mind. You climb out slowly and make your way up a nearby hill. There, a soft orange and green glint catches your eye. Copper. Your wooden pickaxe fails. You realize the stone that you've carved away can help. And there, stone succeeds. The copper breaks free, a small victory. You shape stone tools, an axe, a shovel, a sword. You place a furnace and set the copper inside, and it remains cold. It needs fuel. Picking up your tools, you move across the treetops to a clearing overlooking the half-frozen lake. Beneath the ice, salmon glide effortlessly through dark water. And in that moment, you leap into the lake, and the cold tightens your chest, stealing your breath before you can steady yourself. You miss the first catch. This time, your hands close around the fish. You burst back onto the ice exhilarated, touching the salmon as proof that persistence matters. You slip into a different stretch of water, catch another, then climb out at last. Dripping, shaking, but alive. You make your way uphill where cold juts from the stone. You mine it free. Above you still, the hill flattens. This could be enough. And as the sun lowers, you carve a small shelter into the earth, temporary and intentional. You pause and look out across the world as the sky changes color. You let the moment settle inside you. Night settles in fully now, not with urgency, but with presence. You begin shaping a temporary home into the side of the hill. A furnace, a chest, a crafting table, a campfire, small anchors against the unknown. Coal feeds the furnace. The copper ore glows, then softens, then becomes something new. You sit beside the fire and wait. With nothing left to do but think, the questions surface. You shape copper into armor and tools. You end up not sleeping. When morning comes, a zombie approaches, and your instincts take over, and the struggle ends. And a sickness remains. You plant spruce saplings. A life for a life. Another zombie, more questions. You retreat back into your shelter. You need a moment. And then the water calls again. You step into the lake, letting the cold take you, but something... When you emerge for the last time, the sun is higher now, and the ice stretches forward in a clear path leading toward unfamiliar shapes in the distance. As you follow it, snowy hills rise around you, and mountains loom quietly. Icy structures scatter the land. The scale of it all presses in, and you feel, unmistakably, how small you are here. Not insignificant, just small. You turn back, retracing familiar paths through the forest. Learning its shapes, its curves, its rhythms. And a herd of sheep grazes nearby. War, rest, possibility. Hunger follows close behind. You climb toward the overlook near the village you saw before. And rain begins to fall. A distant lightning strike tears across the sky, its echo rolling through the hills. The sound is immense, all replaces fatigue, if only briefly. This adventure, already it feels rare. The rain deepens, cold seeps through your armor again, heavier now. You return to the shelter and warm yourself by the fire. Still restless, you dig into the hillside and find coal. More fuel, more time. Deeper still, copper reveals itself once more. And beyond it, a cave. Inside, the sounds are familiar. Zombies, skeletons, and something else. A green figure approaches silently. And then a hiss and an explosion. The world shakes, stone breaks. The torches you have in your hand light the way, copper tools in hand. Fear fades into focus. Movement becomes deliberate, and survival leads. You claim the iron and return to the surface, rain still falling. Iron cackles in the furnace, ingots form, and you craft a bucket. It feels important. You step back toward the lake and notice snow falling gently on the ice. And there, a tall black figure wanders aimlessly, purple eyes, silent. You watch. It watches back. The air vibrates, a hum builds, and a scream tears through the rain, and then it's gone. Screaming in pain as water touches it. Water. It's endless. You leap into the lake without thinking, and the cliff protects you. When the danger passes, you move deeper into the forest. With the iron from earlier, you craft shears and you find the sheep again. Wool at last. You rush back to your shelter and craft a bed, carving out a small space just large enough. You fall into sleep immediately, and when you wake, rested but uneasy, one thought remains from yesterday. Paper. A way to remember, and a way to move forward. You study the crafting table. Paper is easy. A book requires leather. So you begin your search. And you search all day. Hills, caves, fields. Then a sound. Moo. You leap from the hilltop without thinking, stopping your fall with water at the last moment. That bucket, it saves you. The cow stands calmly. You approach with shears and realize too late they will not suffice. The axe feels heavy in your hand. The sacrifice is made and yields nothing. You retreat shaken, and a growl interrupts your thoughts. A zombie, but faster this time, smaller. You barely keep up, but you survive. Later, you find 2 more cows in a clearing, and this time, success. Leather. Feathers from a passing chicken, and you return home under the cover of night, and finally craft the book you've been chasing, only to realize it's incomplete. Ink. Squid. The answer has been in front of you in the frozen lake all along. Night settles in quietly, and the world grows smaller, drawn inward by firelight and shadow. You place your tools down, not because the work is finished, but because the day is. There was no grand plan that brought you here, only the next step. You think of the river, the cold, the copper, the shelter. This place wasn't claimed, it was met. And the questions grow quiet. Tomorrow, the world will still be there. You can survive here. And for now, that is enough.